Rainworld's second DLC, The Watcher, released 2 days ago, and if you're like me, you might have found it very confusing. To try to help out with that, I'm going to go over each part of the campaign and what you need to do to beat it for both endings. The Watcher's campaign begins in a new area above the Outskirts Gate in an industrial complex called Hydroponics. In the opening cutscene, you'll see this flash of light, as if there was an echo nearby. There isn't. Coming back here with high karma will not get you anything, so don't bother. As you get into the map, you'll notice that the world isn't quite what you're used to. Most of the areas are blocked off, and the wildlife is succumbing to a rot infestation. Fruits and popcorn plants are becoming corrupted, while lizard longlegs patrol the map. This initial section is pretty cool, but when you're ready to move on, you'll need to hit the 3 available echoes: Farm Arrays, Chimney Canopy, and Shaded Citadel. The normal echoes are absent, instead being replaced with an echo that I call Miku, because she goes... After your second encounter, she'll give you Invisibility, Watcher's unique ability. You can use this to become completely undetectable to most creatures for a short duration, although it takes quite a while to enable. After meeting her for the 3rd time, she sends you to an entirely new world map, and this is where things get confusing. Almost every area for the rest of the game will be completely new, and on top of that, your maximum karma starts at 1 and there are no karma gates. Instead, there are portals that you go through to transport you to other areas, and when you're sleeping, you can check the map to see how the areas connect to each other. It sounds simple until you take into consideration that there are a lot of new areas. That map gets very big very quickly, and after hitting a few echoes, you gain the ability to make your own portals to randomly connect to a new area, making it even more convoluted. The only goal you have right now is to find your new Echo friend, but it's quite tough to locate her. The game does not give you any guidance, there's no overseer pointing the way, and you don't have an Echo flash like Saint. The sound of laughter is your main cue. This will also cancel any music, so if it stops abruptly, there may be an echo location nearby. You will also have the typical echo visual effects, but they're much weaker than in the base game. Unfortunately, I can't give you her spawn locations because they seem to be randomized. She has the ability to appear in most, if not all, areas. I can give you the locations where she spawned for me on my playthrough, but these may not be the same locations where she'll be at for your playthrough. I'm not aware of any way to determine whether she will be present in an area or not, so this part of the campaign is kinda just mindless wandering and hoping you walk into her. I would suggest that whenever you find an area, you fully explore it without moving on to a new one, otherwise you'll be stuck backtracking with no idea where to go. Make note of any areas that you did find an echo in, because those are the only ones that you know won't have one. She raises your maximum karma level to 5, but encounters after that continue to upgrade it without raising it, so you can't take your maximum karma level as you progress. You'll know you've done enough when you start being able to go into the Shadow Realm at maximum karma. I met her in 8 different areas before unlocking the upgrade to invisibility that lets you beat the game, plus 1 corrupted biome. Take that upgraded invisibility to Shadowed Terrace to beat the game. These are those areas, and where she was in my game. Desolate Tract in the bottom left corner of the map. You can get here from the Rusted Wrecks and the surface. I'm not too familiar with the surface path, but if you go to the Coral Caves or Sunlit Trail, you can get to the Rusted Wrecks. Then off in the far left part of that map, you'll find a portal to the Desolate Tract. Turbulent Pump. You'll be sent here from Desolate Tract. She's straight left of where you'll enter from. Heat Ducts. You'll be sent here from Turbulent Pump. Head left for a bit, then keep going down. She'll be in the bottom center of the map. In Stormy Coast, she's on a tall spire on the left of the map. Infested Wastes down in the bottom right. You can be sent here by trying to create a portal without a karma flower. There are multiple infested biomes, each one with their own Miku spawn, and you'll be sent to a random one during your playthrough. You can also find her in the Torrid Desert. The surface connects here, although I got there from a random teleport. You can find the echo off in the far left. In the Shrouded Coast, she's kind of in the center left area, inside of a bunch of shipping containers. After you find her, you'll be sent to Cold Storage in a sub-region called Station Annex. She'll be in the top left corner of Station Annex. Then, you get sent to Salination. You can find her in the bottom right corner of the map. Finding her in Salination will send you to the Shadowed Terrace, where the 10th location is. However, you cannot activate the Shadowed Terrace Echo until you've met all the other echoes and unlock the ability to fully cross over to the Shadow Realm, because you need to use that in order to find the echo. Therefore, the Shadowed Terrace Echo must be found last, and you must be at maximum karma in order to use the Shadow Realm upgrade of your invisibility. If you can't find your way back to Shadowed Terrace once you've met her enough times, you can use your Shadow Realm ability on any of the pulsating circles throughout the map. You probably saw a few of them as you were playing and couldn't figure out what they did. If you go into the Shadow Realm, they become portals which send you to a short area. At the end of it, you'll be sent to Shadowed Terrace. You can also attempt to teleport without a Karma Flower and get sent to Outer Rim, which will eventually lead you to one of those portals. After meeting Miku in Shadowed Terrace, she sends you back in time to a city of the ancients. Navigate to her childhood bedroom and meet her there, then make your way up to the Void Fluid Baths for your final encounter. Once the cutscene ends, walk back to the right until you get back to her room, at which point you'll have some time to play with her toys, then credits will roll. That is one of the two endings, the Echo ending. I'm not completely certain whether the second ending requires you to complete the Echo ending first, but I would assume you don't have to. This ending would continue the same as normal until you get the ability to teleport. This ending revolves around the Throne, a large tree full of rot that you can climb up in the far left of the Outer Rim. You'll be sent here after going through the corrupted biome and finding Miku. The Outer Rim is not an area that exists in the normal world. It can only be accessed through portals created without a Karma Flower as far as I know, and those portals are all one way. You will be stuck here until you make your way to the top of the Throne and eat a Karma Flower, letting you make a permanent portal out. At this point, I will admit I am drawing a few conclusions without doing a ton of testing, as I've only beaten the game once by now, so some of the details might not be completely accurate. In the Throne, there are 4 side rooms on the way up, initially blocked off by rot cysts. After eating the Karma Flower at the top and coming back, the bottom right room should be open. You can make a portal back to the regular world there. However, doing so will spread the rot into the location you portaled to, and it'll begin spreading to locations connected to it. An infected area will have its border in the map turn purple. As areas become infected, the 4 doors in the Throne will open, giving you even more locations to create portals from and infect new regions. Once all 4 doors are open, make your way to the top to find an unfortunate development, a rot creature, something that was once an iterator. It will greet you, thank you, and tell you that your portals are allowing it to spread. At this point, you need to spread the infection to every region on the map except for Shadowed Terrace, Ancient Urban, and Daemon, because those areas can't be infected. To infect an area, create a portal between it and an already infected area, then rest in the region. You should see its icon turn purple. The infections worsen over time, turning more and more of the creatures and food into their infected counterparts. Once you've infected every area, head back to the Throne to see the final cutscene.